So hello everybody, Reece's Reviews here, and welcome back to the next entry in my The Many Characters of American Horror Story series. So now that we've finished Lily Rabe, Evan Peters, and Sarah Paulson, we're getting into the characters that haven't appeared in... There is no other character on this list from now on that appeared in every season. But there are two cast members that have appeared in 5 seasons, so we're going to get through those over this week and next week. And the first of those characters is Denis O'Hare. And Denis O'Hare is someone that I just love in American Horror Story. I didn't realise, how much I enjoyed Denis O'Hare, really, until he played Liz in Hotel. And when he played Liz in Hotel, I look back at some of the other characters and realise, you know what, he's a really enjoyable cast member to have. And, yeah. So the season that Denis O'Hare did not appear in was Asylum. He didn't have a role in Asylum. But every other season he did appear in, and yeah. So his first character that he played in Murder House was Larry Harvey. Now Larry Harvey, if you don't remember the name of that character, you might know him as the guy with like half of his face burnt. That was Larry, and I haven't watched Murder House. I haven't watched a lot of these in a long time, trust me. I haven't watched a couple of these in a long time, so I don't know the most. But Larry, he was a very creepy character to start with. That we didn't really know what to think of him. He kept appearing and just following Ben and things like that. And I actually did feel sorry for him once his family burnt. It was quite sad. I mean, he was getting with Constance, which was his own fault, but, it was actually really, really nice, when right at the end of Murder House, he was in the basement with, Travis, and, he saw his family. I thought that was really, really nice. But as a character himself, he felt just like a lot of exposition to me. And you see that a lot with American Horror Story, that characters that the cast members that the creators want to use, if they don't have a big enough part, they'll usually just be there for exposition. And this was a lot of exposition. Like if you look, Denis O'Hare is in the title sequence. He's considered on the Wikipedia page. He's considered a main character for the season. So he is a lot. He does do a lot, but I don't know, just compared to some of his other characters, I don't think he's as extravagant as this one. I think that's the right word. So then he wasn't in Asylum, but then he got into number 3, and he played Spalding. Now, Spalding was another really, really creepy character. Like, he was a butler in Miss Robichaud's academy, and he couldn't talk. He cut his own tongue out to save Fiona. And a little fun fact, actually, on the set of Coven, Denis O'Hare didn't speak. He always walked around as the butler without a tongue, which I thought was really, really fun. And, so, yeah, and he was creepy because he had this, his room was just full of dolls. And, I mean, he dressed up Dead Madison like a doll and just kept her in a box, and that was weird. And then he stole, what's her name? The Angela Bassett character. Oh my god. I can't remember the Angela Bassett character's name. But he stole her baby, which was, well, not her baby, the one that she stole for Papa Legba, but yeah. So that was really creepy. It's really going to bug me that I can't think of that name. Anyway, so Spalding, yeah, he was a good character, he did a lot, and he did make me laugh, actually, a couple of times. Like, when he made that deal with Delphine LaLaurie, and he was like, get me this doll and I'll help you kill the witch, the Angela Bassett character, whose name I still can't remember, because it's annoying me now. He was like, get me this doll and I'll help you kill her. And then Delphine got her the doll, and Spalding was like, oh, she can't die, she's immortal. And he's like, oh, okay. So that was pretty funny. And yeah, he was just a really weird character. And I did like, his downfall was actually pretty cool with Zoe. Same actor, wrong character. So yeah, Spalding was pretty cool. But onto his next character, the one that he played in Freak Show, and it's just a character I feel is very underrated as a character. You know, it's Stanley. Now, I've seen a lot of lists, and a lot of them just say that Stanley is really smarmy and, you know, full of himself. And, you know, while I do agree with that, I think his plan to, like, get the Emma Roberts character into the Freak Show as, like, a fortune teller and slowly pick off the freaks, I thought that was really evil and actually just downright nasty. And I think, you know, the smarminess, yeah, it's there, but I think it fits this kind of character because he's not trying to be a nice character, is he? He's trying to be a villain. So that was really, really nice. And I mean, there was this weird side plot with his character having a really big penis, which it's as weird as it sounds. So that didn't do much for me. I didn't really understand it, to be honest. But yeah, but he was evil right up until the end. And his downfall was really... I mean, yeah, like, right up until the end, Jimmy is in prison, and he's like, oh, give me your hands and I'll get you out. And then he just takes both his hands and doesn't help him. And so that was really, really evil of him. And then his downfall was pretty evil as well. It was really cool to watch, you know, the way that... It was like the start of, the second last episode, and, like, before the title sequence, and it was such an enjoyable, like, one of my favourite starts to any episode ever, because all the freaks are chasing him, and it's raining, and, you know, they all just want to kill him, and, oh, it's so fun to watch, and then he goes under the trailer, and then he's screaming, and it cuts to the title sequence, and, you know, it is... Freak Show is my favourite title sequence, so it was just so perfect. I loved it. Just really, really enjoyable, yeah. But on to one of my absolute favourite characters in the whole of American Horror Story. It's Liz Taylor. Liz Taylor was such a wonderful character, and Liz is, you know, in the ranking that I'll put in the description, Liz is number one by a mile, you know. She was just perfect. I think it's actually an awful thing that Liz Taylor, Dennis O'Hare was not nominated for an award for Liz Taylor. Like an Emmy, I think it's the Emmys. Dennis O'Hare wasn't nominated for Liz Taylor, and I think that's awful because this was such a good performance. You know, he played a man in drag with the most wonderful eyeshadow, and Liz was amazing because she pulled off everything you'd want from a character. She had heartfelt, she had funny, and she was just... Her presence was always good. There was never a scene with Liz which was just... You didn't want to watch it. And like I say, for the funny moments, you know, it's like when the Lady Gaga character is trying to get married, and because the priest or whatever says, does anyone object? And Liz is like, I do, because she's a bitch, and things like that just made me laugh. And then the death of Liz was just such a heartfelt moment too, you know, watching all of her friends around her, who she considers to be her friends now, just stabbing the ever-loving hell out of her, including Elizabeth Taylor. I think that's the lady. Is it Elizabeth Taylor? That's the Lady Gaga character, the Countess. I'll call her that. So Liz was just a beaming presence, and that's why I loved her. Like I said, and the look of Liz. Denis O'Hare just did a great job, and that backstory of Liz, where, you know, he was actually like a man, who was on a business trip or something like that with his two friends, and he didn't go out one night, and then he dressed in drag, and then they saw him. That was really, really cool, I thought. And just overall, I had a lot of fun with watching Liz. And one of the reasons that Hotel is my third favourite season is because of Liz. You know, Liz was just such a strong character. Just wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So, now we go to the Roanoke characters. I really don't know much about the Roanoke characters. I can't even remember seeing one of them. So I can't really talk about him that much. But the number 5, but his first character, the one that he played in the Roanoke reenactment, it was called Elias Cunningham. And Elias, I can't, all I can remember, I'm pretty sure he was on a video that Matt and Shelby found. And so, once again, literally there for exposition. But yeah, I can't really remember his. I mean, I'm glad Denis O'Hare was in Roanoke because I like Denis O'Hare a lot. But I mean, I just can't remember anything about his characters. That's my problem. I mean, yeah, he was kind of creepy. You know, you just find a random thing in the basement, and then it turns out to be him in your basement recording, and so that was pretty cool and pretty eerie, I guess. But still, you just didn't have enough screen guides. Similar to who was that other one? Billie Dean Howard. It's similar to her. Like, they could have been really fun characters, but they were kind of just plot devices, which is kind of annoying because they're really good actors and actresses who play them. So, and then his final character, the one that he just plays in the rest of Roanoke, I genuinely can't remember anything about. I had to Google his name. William Van Henderson. I fully cannot remember where he appears. I think he appears in like an interview talking about the Roanoke house for literally about 3 or 4 minutes. I think that's literally his Roanoke, which isn't good. You know, don't waste a character like this. Like, I mean, I think you could have kept Elias and had a good character. You know, I think that would have been better. Still though, just getting those two out of the way, I just think Denis O'Hare is one of the best American Horror Story actors, and I don't think he's yet been confirmed for Cult. I don't think he's actually in Cult, which makes me sad. But yeah, he is wonderful. Like, just he's like I say, he's just such a joy to watch. Especially as Liz. Liz forever goes down in American Horror Story history as just one of my faves. It's just wonderful. So that was the video. That was the video on American Horror Story characters, Denis O'Hare's characters. If you see American Horror Story, tell me what you thought of them in the description in the comments down below. And yeah, thank you very much for watching the video. If you liked it, then give the video a like, because it lets me know that you like it, and it lets me know that I'm doing something worth watching. And subscribe to stay updated with my channel. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video, and goodbye.